Hello, my friends. Good evening here. I'm going to record the second one of my gambling MBA series, and I'm here for you with the topic of affiliate programs and publications relations. So, at first, I wanted to say this is a rank up of the silliest questions that affiliate managers would ask me and some of you who frequently confront them. Well, you could say you could tell anything, but we all know that affiliate managers we actually ask some silly questions that we already know answers to. So let's start with the most frequent ones and how to deal with it, how to answer to those ones, and how to make them understand what we are, what kind of business we are together in. So the first one is that why don't you give up a top sport or another? So it's a question that comes up from a person I first see on the Skype. I just got acquainted, and this is the first question that I see. So another one of them silly serious is that why do you need a hybrid from me? Why do you ask for a sign up or a listing fee? So basically, these three are the most common and the most conflicting one. So let's start from telling why. So regarding the top sports, well, if I were in the business just from today, so this was the first day of my affiliate publication, I would probably have them empty sports. But now that I have been there, done for probably 10 years already, numerous of websites, I know that this is just like the top sports are already occupied at any time. So if you wanna have them, you need to understand me when I say that the first problem that I see with your question is that cost of uncertainty. I already know how my top sports perform, but I know nothing about you and your brand, how you perform. So that cost of uncertainty would require me to ask for some kind of insurance rate, whether it's a flat fee or another thing. How do you want to call it? It's not that important for now. But I need to appreciate the cost of uncertainty and put it on to you. The next thing that I want to understand as a publisher is that your cost of sales. So if you're a new one and you want to take lots of new clients, you want to be given lots of free things, lots of free base bonuses and so on. So your cost of sales will be higher than the average one, the one that I already have on my list. So your cost of sales and your cost of activation will be high, and you will necessarily put it up on me as admin fee or whatever you call it. So I say you will pay me less than the people who are already there on the top spots. This is what I understand. And the second or third thing here is that I will incur the handling costs or the switching costs. So for you to occupy my top one, I need to pull down some other one, and this cost of switching, of handling this order is a thing that's really important also, because this is a time of people, this is a time of negotiations and so on and so on. Finally, the first thing that comes to my the fourth thing that comes to my mind when I recall these questions, this ubiquitous question, well, why don't you give us a top spot, is that there are lots of casinos and many more would come just tomorrow. But the availability of top sports is not that much. So, there's an inherent imbalance here. So the more you go, the more casino brands would appear, the more incoming orders like this you would receive. So it means that there is no actual ability to give a top spot just to anyone without thinking about, as I was saying, the cost of uncertainty and how to get insured against it, without thinking about if you were as a future partner, cost of sales, your cost of activation, your players, and whether or not this cost will be put on me later on, me as a publisher. Third, thinking about your very process of onboarding. So this is my handling, my switch costs, and finally, the number of such recurring requests that I receive. So all these four things make me wonder whether or not I'm going to do this, and I have to really consider them carefully. So this is why I consider this question of why don't you give us a top spot a very particularly intriguing, and every publication has to be aware of it, and every affiliate manager has to at least try to understand my ideas when I have this question before me. So coming down to the next one, which is a sign-up fee. Why do you ask for a sign-up fee or flat fee or listing fee, no matter how you call it? So this is one that actually comes from the first question. So we understand that a flat fee is a measure of insurance to get insured against the default on the side of a default of payment, a default of performance on the side of online casino operator. So it's a simple as it is. It's not conceivable. It cannot really be understood by any affiliate manager, or they just pretend they cannot understand it. So let's take one example. So you go to a bank and say, I want to get a mortgage. I want to get a credit from you for buying a new house. So the bank will actually give the credit to you and would require monthly payment from you. So the bank is not interested in understanding your particular situation. They would require this payment to be done. So it's not even a question whether or not you can fulfill obligation. You must do it. So you cannot pretend to say, well, my monthly salary was not paid on time, so this is why I cannot pay you my fee. This is out of the question. So how come you affiliate managers think that we, the publications, are another kind of bank? Actually, you say, well, we are in the same business, we are partners. Look at the advertisement of some banks. They say we are partners too, but nevertheless, they would require from you a monthly payment on your mortgage. So let's probably think about the logic of the flat fee and how we, the publication, think. So we think that we need money to keep it going, We need money to get more traffic and to channel those traffic to you, the operators, and to keep these things working out. So we don't sell tests, we don't sell free time, we don't sell anything, but we sell traffic, and this is our trade. So let's test is not something that's going to work with us. So now that we need money, we need them to get more traffic, more players. We don't need anything other than players and traffic. We don't need another casino operator. So you come and say, you need us. Why don't you want to give us top sports? Why would you ask for sign-up fee? Pretending that we actually, the publications, need just another casino. We have lots of them. I don't know, 3,000 of them. So I don't need another one actually. What I need is more quality traffic to drive to you. What I need is a greater onboarding on the part of you. But you only can demonstrate it with time, don't you? So I need the quality service on different things, but I don't just need number, +1 or +10, So another new brand won't bring me a traffic, but money will. So this is why this is one of the reasons I ask for a sign-up fee, because I need that money up front to get it going, to invest, and to produce some more. So sign-up fee or flat fee, no matter how you call it, is something that serves two purposes. First is a safeguard or insurance against your failure to fulfill your obligations, be it a failure to pay at all. Maybe it's a failure to perform as an operator. Maybe it's a failure on the part of your platform to process payment. Any kind of failure would do. My idea is to be safeguarded, to be insured against it. And the second thing, why I need a flat fee, is that to cover for a cost of uncertainty that I confront, putting you on board, and to get covered for a cost of handling, for a cost of switching different brands on my portfolio, on the visible sports on my site. So, to get covered as a measure of insurance against your failure to perform, and to get coverage against the cost of uncertainty and the cost of handling, is why I need a sign-up fee or flat fee. So now that it's clear, let's get down to the question of hybrids. Why not supplement it all with hybrids? So, hybrids is a something that don't actually cover for a cost of uncertainty, and don't get me covered for a cost of handling, increased cost of handling, of doing things like this. So it just, think about it as a premium, as something that, as additional benefit, not as insurance, in fact, the hybrid deal has the highest possible cost of handling, because if you think down it all, you will see that if I put a hybrid, some brand on a hybrid deal here with me, I need to understand that the whole system gets tweaked, it gets unbalanced, because I have some brands that pay me 50% of NGR, some pay me 45, some like this, and then you appear and you pay me, say, 125 euros plus 45 rev share, 45% per share. So it gets the whole system in balance, because I want to think, okay, so where do I put you? What kind of the lifetime value do I get from you, and so on, so on. So it gets the cost of handling this deal very high, because it actually requires two things. First, either I wanted to put all my operators on a hybrid plus rev share, but ideally it has to be the same hybrid fall, which is actually impossible, because some get higher, some get lower, some get more exposure, some get less exposure. So it's not even possible. Or it requires everybody to get on the same rev share, which is the best solution whatsoever. So the very introduction of the hybrid deal gets the system in balance, requires lots of handling, and tends to get everybody either on the same hybrid or on the same rev share. So, in the end of the day, when we think of the same hybrid deal for everybody, which is inconceivable, which is not even possible, but in ideal world, it means just the same as we do with the flat fee. You think about it, it means just the same. So, when we say flat fee, we consider the NPV, the net present value of the money. We think about discounted cash flow. So we take money now, and it has more value than we take it by portions and in the future. And when we say flat fee, we think about an insurance against your defaults. So it's just the same as with, say, hybrid deals on the part of the whole system, on the part of our hundreds of operators that we run on our websites. Because hybrid may be higher, but in the end, some of you will make a default on payments. Some of you will bring players just after several months or even years. So the net present value of the flat fee is better for us than hybrid deals. It's really, if you think down inside, it's really just the same, but in the economical terms, think about the discounted cash flow and about the net present value of this money right now. It's just the same. So you cannot actually use the argument the hybrid deal is more profitable to you. It's not. And in the end, so what is the common myth about shuffling the brands? Why do you even consider you might approach me or every other guy out there, every other publication, say, let's shuffle your top sports? The common myth here is that players love new brands, so shuffle it. It's simply untrue. It's not true. This myth, in my understanding, was created by the big umbrella affiliate programs that have tens of brands, and they would use it as a shortcut to get traffic for another one brand that they put up. And this is just a trick, a shortcut, because they say, oh, you know us, we pay you on time, so you don't have to safeguard against anything. And you know, there's a saying, there's a really lots of data that brands, that players love new brands. This is nonsense. This is just a trick, a shortcut to get them new brands and try to channel traffic to a new one, just as a matter of their strategy. And the second myth is that, the second argument against this myth is that actually this is a way to negotiate or deal with the handling costs. So if not for this myth, you affiliate managers would have nothing to say against the handling cost. You just have to pay for it. But if you put up this myth, you say, well, it maybe cost a little effort to handle this shuffling of the tops, but it pays off because players love new brands. This is simply nonsense. No data suggests that players love new brands. Yes, we have to shuffle sometimes. We have to make amendments to top spots, to top exposure areas on the website, but it doesn't even come close to the so-called love for new brands. It's just a matter of optimizing our portfolio of brands and optimizing the overall performance. So these are my ideas on 3 most often questions by affiliate managers to us, the publications. Hope you love my video. Make sure you followed me and put your questions here or comments beneath the video. Thank you very much. See you soon.